First at 10, a weather watch alert. The first snowstorm of the season is less than 24 hours away. We're talking timing and accumulations.
And the Elm City recording its first homicide of the year. Police still searching for whoever shot and killed a New Haven man in his home this afternoon. We'll tell you what we know so far.
And just days after 4 children were killed in a house fire in Summers, we're taking you to a benefit concert where the community is coming together.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, begins with a weather watch alert.
And we begin tonight on the weather as Connecticut gets ready for its first major snowfall of the winter. Take a look at this future radar giving us an idea of what we can expect in just about 24 hours. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Officials were hard at work all day making sure roads are prepared ahead of the snow. That includes state agencies and municipal governments. Connecticut's news station has team coverage tonight on how different communities are getting prepared. We'll talk about that in just a bit.
Let's begin, though, with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rach, the big question on everyone's mind is how much we're going to see.
I think most of the state ends up picking up 4 to 8 inches of snow, but there could be some higher amounts north and west of Hartford and some lower amounts toward the Connecticut shoreline on the order of 2 to 4 inches. We also wanted to let you know that there has been an update on the timing of this storm, and it looks to come in a few hours earlier than we were telling you about yesterday, starting in the evening. So we're dry all day tomorrow, and then it develops between 5 to 8 p.m. And shortly after developing, that snow really picks up in intensity, and there could be some hours through the evening and overnight where it's coming down at 1 to 2 inches per hour, the heaviest from about 9 p.m. to about 2 o'clock in the morning. And we will continue to see off and on snow right into Sunday, although it won't be as heavy as what we're anticipating for tomorrow night. We're also giving you a heads up that temperatures will be dropping through the day on Sunday. So even in areas like the shoreline where there won't be as much accumulation, anything that's slushy could end up icing over. The National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings for most of the state where there's a high confidence in the chance for a half a foot or more. Where there's lower confidence here in southeastern Connecticut and along the shoreline, you'll see winter storm watches and winter weather advisories. Here is our storm coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. It has a lot of moisture associated with it. Lows tonight falling back into the 20s. During the day tomorrow, lots of clouds, highs in the 30s. No weather issues during the day, but that snow develops at night. We're going to talk more about how much accumulates, your full forecast, in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Crews across the state are preparing for whatever comes our way. And in Hartford, the new mayor has kicked off a 24-hour parking ban coinciding with the start of the storm tomorrow.
Continuing our team coverage tonight is Fox 61's Emma Wolfhorst from the Fox 61 Sky Deck. She has more on how state agencies are getting ready. Emma.
While there's no snow out here just yet, it was still a really busy day for crews across the state as they finished those last-minute preps for this impending winter storm, which could dump several inches of snow this weekend.
Salt is being loaded. Trucks are getting set for the first significant snowstorm in nearly 2 years.
I think the storm's been a long time coming.
Friday, crews across the state were pre-treating roadways.
They're snow fighting professionals behind us. This is what they're trained to do, and they know how to keep those roads safe.
Connecticut DOT has 630 snowplow trucks and 900 drivers ready to tackle the weekend weather.
Given the expected timing of the storm, we're pretty happy that it's going to be hitting late Saturday night into Sunday. That gives us plenty of room to do our jobs.
From DOT service centers across the state to the capital city.
We're going to have 30 snowplows going through the city all day. We're going to be laying down salt, and we're going to have those snowplows going through right when the snow starts falling on Saturday night.
Arulampalam is instituting a 24-hour parking ban starting Saturday at 6 p.m. to give city plow drivers room to do their jobs.
This is the first major snowstorm in 2 years. So do what you can to be home. Do what you can to stay off the roads.
That message echoed at the state level, too.
We're New Englanders, so it should be second nature about how to drive in the snow, but it's always important to remind folks, since it's been so long since our last major storm.
Let them do their job. Let them do their job safely.
And as you heard from state and local officials multiple times, the main message: stay off the roads from tomorrow night through Sunday morning. But state police tells me if you do need to be out there, whether for work or if you have to travel, make sure to take safety precautions. Check to see if your windshield wipers are working. Charge up your phone before you get in the car. Keep your headlights on the entire time you're driving. And of course, go slowly and make sure to leave extra room for those plows as they're out there helping to clear the roads. Reporting in Hartford, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, thank you, Emma. A similar story in Meriden tonight, where officials are getting roads prepared for tomorrow night's storm.
Fox 61's Carmen Chow continues our team coverage tonight with how plow drivers are getting prepared for this winter's first major storm.
Meriden's plow drivers left at 4 p.m. today. That's because they're home getting a good night's rest, because the next 48 hours will be super busy for them. And they did pass along some tips that could help them get the job done faster. Michael Gerard is the owner of Crossroads Service, a landscaping company that also provides plowing services for businesses and homes. With requests coming in last minute, he says so far his team of 4 will be plowing at 36 places.
You're going to make sure everything has gas in it. If the snow blowers need gas, you're going to get gas for the snow blowers. You're going to start the snow blowers up. You're going to make sure you have ice melt. You're going to make sure you have salt for the salters.
Potentially having to work 24 hours nonstop, it's a job he doesn't mind.
I'm excited for sure.
Since the month of December came and went without any snow, Gerard had some dusting off to do.
It's tough because the equipment sits, and then when you need it for a storm, if it's been sitting for a month with no use, usually you're dealing with dead batteries, or you're dealing with, low tires on some of them.
Meanwhile, on the city level, Meriden plans to have 20 drivers out in full force, all of them scheduled to be on 16 routes on Saturday. Their job, though, started Friday when they began to pre-treat the roads.
This is New England, but everyone needs to relearn how to drive in snow.
John Lawler, the director of Meriden's Public Works and Engineering, advises residents to not shovel their driveway until municipalities finish plowing, or they will have to deal with residual snow.
You may see the driver, but the driver may not see you, so do everything you can to be careful and be considerate for those large pieces of equipment that are out there trying to do the job.
The challenge in Meriden, lots of narrow roads, dead ends, and cul-de-sacs, but it's nothing city plowers can't handle.
This is their Super Bowl. They live for the big storms.
Make sure you don't have any cars or trash cans along public roads, because Meriden's parking ban will begin at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and that ban will be lifted once the storm is over. Reporting in Meriden, Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Carmen, thank you. And Connecticut's news station is on top of the weekend snowstorm coming our way. For the latest forecast, hour-by-hour radar, and projected snow totals, download our free Fox 61 app. And be sure to stay with Fox 61 on air, online, and streaming anytime on Fox 61 Plus on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku.
We're following some breaking news now from Wethersfield, where police are investigating what they're calling an untimely death. This is happening on the Silestine Highway, where police say a person was found dead near the Colonial Arms Apartments. We don't have the victim's name or any other information about how the person may have died.
Police in the Elm City investigating their first homicide of 2024. A man found shot to death in his New Haven home this afternoon. Police say they were called just before 2 p.m. and were told a man was suffering from a gunshot wound at a home on Carmel Street. They arrived and tried saving the 45-year-old man's life, but he was ultimately pronounced dead on the scene. The man has not been publicly identified at this hour. Officials are asking anyone with information on what happened to come forward.
Police in New Milford have identified the man struck and killed last night while trying to cross Route 7. 43-year-old Alexander Jefferson III of Queens, New York, was pronounced dead on the scene. The crash happened directly in front of New Milford High School. Police say the driver who hit Jefferson stayed on the scene and is cooperating with the investigation. That driver told police that he didn't see Jefferson until it was too late to avoid the crash. No word yet on any potential criminal charges.
In the wake of a deadly fire, the town of Summers is coming together to help the families who lost everything. A benefit concert was held tonight at Joanna's restaurant in town. The local band Steel and Easy performed to a packed audience of community members doing what they can to support the victims of the Quality Avenue fire that left 4 children dead Tuesday night. The healing process just beginning now, but the owner of Joanna's says it's bringing everyone together.
The community may have differences on certain things, but when it comes to something like this, when there's a tragedy, all those differences mean nothing. They go away. Everyone pulls together and we become one. And the fellow from Steel and Easy said he'd like to donate all of his pay for the night to the Angel Fund that the town had set up for those 2 families.
That's a nice thing. Lipton also says Joanna's is matching all contributions made to the relief fund tonight. The identity of the victims has still not been released.
Hartford man's accused of making threats to local VA hospitals, members of Congress, and other federal employees. Aubrey Rose, seen in these photos, allegedly tried to gain entry into a congressional staff office in Hartford with knives attached to a tactical nature. He was escorted out of the building. Rose is also accused of showing up at the West Haven and Newington VA offices, threatening to come in with weapons.